All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Perfect 10 podcast presented by Boot Crew Media. I'm one half of your host. I'm Dan Dees. Alongside me, as always, Mr. Jacob Purdy.
We here, baby.
Yes, as always, we're presented by the Boot Crew Media. Shout out to the Boot Crew Mafia.
Shout out.
Big shouts.
Dude.
Today.
Oh, dude, I'm messing up right here.
You good?
Yeah. I forgot. I messed one number up. Anyway. Oh, wait. Okay. All right, go ahead. My bad.
Today we're breaking down the worst teams to ever do it.
Worst teams to make it, baby.
Not only make it, but win it. They had no business winning it, but they did.
And there's been a lot of them.
Everybody loves a good Cinderella story, but
this is the opposite of that.
They are the Cinderella, but boy, they suck.
Right.
In retrospect, like they didn't deserve that.
Right. I mean, some took advantage of like opportune moments, sure. But it's like nobody. It's a lot of mine were like, I could ask you the year, be like, hey, who won it? You're not going to remember. Not even remember who played who. It's just a sucky year, you know?
Yeah.
And I noticed as I was making my list, there's a few years in general across sports that sucked.
There was
like a couple of different sports in the same year of the championship teams being trash.
Yeah. Got a trivia question.
Okay, let me hear it.
Basketball. Which team has the most championship appearances and how many?
Most appearances.
I'll give you a hint.
Is it the Celtics?
Let me give you a hint before you guess.
Okay, sure.
They have 10 more than the second place. 20 more than third place.
I feel like you want me to say the Lakers. Appearances?
I'm more so looking for the number.
Oh. 19.
No, not even close.
Way more?
Way more.
27.
Way more. I wouldn't say way more, but more.
Championship appearances?
Appearances.
31.
Close.
32.
32.
Appearances. Wait, since what? Like 1900? Like before NBA was a thing?
I'm just saying.
So basketball championships, not NBA.
Yeah, basketball championships.
Okay.
Appearances.
All right. So,
but technically it is with the NBA.
Boston Celtics.
No, Lakers.
Okay. Well, I was thinking, well, Lakers, they were in what, Milwaukee or something?
Minneapolis.
Okay.
Boston comes next with 22, and then the Philadelphia / San Francisco / Golden State Warriors with 12.
Okay. All right. Well, when I said I feel like you want me to say Lakers, that was correct.
Yeah.
Also, when I was making my list, doing the year and the sport, football, the year's whack because the season they play in isn't the year of the champion.
Yeah.
So you'll know what I'm talking about when I say it.
Right.
Some of them may be the year, some may be the championship. It's whatever, you know? And I will admit, if you listen to last episode, you'll understand that I forgot whenever we said worst champions, I didn't think of fighters, man. That one, I missed a lot of good picks on fighters, whether it be boxing or MMA.
Yeah,
that was a lot of bad champs in MMA.
2 MMA fighters made my top 10. 1 boxer.
Okay. All right. Well, so my list is going to be skewed toward only MLB, NBA, and NFL.
All right. You got any honorables or whatever?
Honorables, really, I mean, I got the 2005 San Antonio Spurs and the 2010 LA Lakers.
Okay. I got the 2001 Patriots.
Okay, yeah, that would be my honorable.
I got the
that was the field goal in the snow, right? Or was that the AFC Championship game?
No, that was the Tuck rule. They got to the championship because of the bullshit Tuck rule.
Okay, yeah.
And then they won on a last second field goal.
Okay, yeah.
All right, I got the 1969 Mets, the Miracle Mets. When your team's nicknamed Miracle Mets, that means you should not have been there.
Okay, I agree.
I got the 1978 Seattle Sonics, the 1945 Detroit Tigers, just because all the teams that year were ass because of the war.
Yeah, I looked at like those old school lists. I didn't list any of those just because none of us remember them.
Yeah. I got Jimmy Braddock, a.k.a. Cinderella Man.
Okay.
Leon Spinks. He was probably the worst heavyweight champion of all time, besides the guy I'm going to list in a little bit. I got Forrest Griffin.
Oh, come on, man.
He wasn't
He's the
that
people's champ, dude.
I mean, I love Forrest Griffin. Probably one of my favorite fighter books I've ever read. It's hilarious. I got the 2005-2006 Florida's men's team. They had that awful Final Four. The LSU was in it. George Mason was in it. I forget the fourth
NCAA
team.
basketball, gotcha.
Yeah. 1984 BYU Cougars.
Oh, dude, I didn't even do college football or basketball.
I got the
I went all major league.
I got 82-83 NC State with Jimmy V.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and honorable mention 2008 Notre Dame.
Yeah. I got the 2000 Yankees, the 1997 Marlins, 1987 Twins. Slight mention. All right, this team was good, but their quarterback got hurt before the Super Bowl, and Nick Foles won. I got the 2017 Eagles.
Okay.
And my super mention, any pro football or pro basketball team before their mergers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
The Browns, basically.
Yeah, you go back and watch film of that bullshit. Those guys were slow as hell. I feel like,
Yeah, I mean, people didn't work out back then.
I feel like Myles Garrett could go out there and run just as much yards as Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Or Aaron Donald.
Also, honorable mention the 2016 Cubs.
Fuck the Cubs.
Came back from down 3-1 to beat the Cleveland Indians. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say that word anymore. But
What was the team name at the
I
time?
know. Fuck the Cubs. I'm a super duper mention 2016 Cubs. Fuck the Cubs. But they did win 100 games that year.
Yeah, they did.
They were a good team.
They deserved to lose that. I mean, they were down 3-1 and it didn't look good, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, so my bad on dude. I didn't even think about college or fighting. I just was thinking pro championships.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have very different lists, but good though. We're covering a lot more ground.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because dude, what was it a few years ago? Yeah, I'm not gonna. My brain. Full disclosure, again, we're recording this up as I've just gotten back from a treacherous weekend. 90 holes of golf over the weekend.
Made you stronger.
It did make me stronger.
It did.
My entire body hurts, honestly.
You're gonna
Head to toe.
sleep like a baby.
And I'm sunburnt. Kind of live a little bit of everything. Well, I'm hungover. All of it.
You're making it.
Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna keep the energy up for this ep, and I may just collapse. So, top 10s, dive in.
Yeah, dive right in.
My number 10 spot. So mostly just because it was very forgettable. I got the 2005 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
That was
that was the Super Bowl where Seattle got royally screwed out of by the officiating.
Hold on, dude. I am tripping right now because I meant to go put also the was it the 2009 Steelers when they beat the Cardinals?
Yeah.
It was a very forgettable Super Bowl. Like whenever you're thinking back over the last 12, 15 years, that's like the one year it's like, wait, who was even in that one?
Yeah, it was the Cardinals. They were like 9-7.
It was Kurt Warner, right?
Yeah. And San Antonio Holmes, I think, made that toe.
Yep. Yeah.
And James Harrison with the scoop and score before halftime or interception.
Yeah. So I mean,
very forgettable Super Bowl.
Right. So I mean, those couple years, basically, that's only 2 Super Bowls that Big Ben won.
Yeah.
But I got them in the 10 spot just because they're very forgettable. Number 9. I don't really love this pick because I loved this defense, but they couldn't score a point. You know what I'm talking about, dude.
Ravens.
2000 Ravens.
Yep.
Trent
Dilfer is quarterback.
Yep. Kind of everybody. It's funny because Trent Dilfer is
first time an A-Meat boy got a Super Bowl ring. Alan Ricard. He was their starting fullback.
I didn't realize he was from Amy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like that's kind of like universally known as he's known as the worst quarterback that won a Super Bowl.
Him or Brad Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Or Eli
with
Manning.
Tampa Bay. Okay, we're gonna get to that.
Are we?
But yeah, the Baltimore Ravens. Like it's funny. Like Trent Dilfer is like an analyst and stuff, but like everybody hates on him basically. Like, dude, you didn't win anything.
Nah.
But it was that defense, So that was my 9 spot. My number 8 spot. You referenced them a while ago. I got the 2016 Philadelphia Eagles. Or
Yep.
17. It was the year of 16. It was the championship.
They were
of 17.
13-3, but Nick Foles is the quarterback in the win. They should not have won that game.
And the Patriots defense was just so bad.
Yeah, the Philly special was luck as hell.
And that was the year that freaking that was the year of the Minneapolis Miracle against the Saints.
Oof.
And the Saints would have beat the Eagles because the Eagles were not that good. Yeah, we had a good defense.
They were
that
not
year.
built for a shootout.
Right. But we didn't make it. But anyway, so that team's trash. They were eating horse poop in the streets.
Yeah.
So
Shout out that kid.
So they suck. So that was my 10-9-8. Yeah, shout out Scurvy guy. We're gonna say that's the same guy at this point.
It has to be. Number 10.
And he has since died of COVID.
Number 10, I got the 2013 Florida State Seminoles.
Oh, I agree.
Beat an Auburn team that shouldn't have been there. Sorry, Travis, who got there because they beat Alabama on the kick six.
Yep. Okay. Yep. That was that year. Gotcha. That was Jameis's
Heisman year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jimbo Fisher, trash coach. It was just, he was above average coach with Jameis as his quarterback in a shit conference.
Yeah.
Clemson wasn't there yet.
Yeah. Absolutely trash conference. That's fair.
They cakewalk into the championship game against an Auburn team that should not have been there.
Yeah. It should have been Bama and they should have got rolled.
Yeah. And they did.
Yeah.
So they got, technically they're the champions, but
right.
We all know Bama would have lit them up.
Right.
And I know people are shouting at the radio, but Bama lost to OU in the Sugar Bowl that year. Dude, they were mentally tapped out. They did not give a shit.
Like back then, yeah, who cares?
Yeah, like all their guys are getting ready for the NFL. No, Trevor Knight, lit them up, but Bama would have went there and killed Jameis.
Okay.
Number 9, my first fighter. I got Buster Douglas. Upset Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Very next fight, got his ass whipped, lost his titles.
What year range was that?
I think that was 85.
Okay, so that was early in Mike's career.
No, that was like right after Customato died.
Okay, I'm thinking Tyson ended up fighting into the mid 90s, right?
Yeah. Oh, when did that fight?
When did he? Was that before or after he went to jail? Didn't he go to jail for a couple of years? Like 2 years in the middle of all that?
Yeah. It was 1990. I'm sorry.
So that was after he went to jail or right before?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah. I got Buster Douglas's autograph.
Nice.
Yeah. Probably just
like in person?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, it was cheap.
Yeah, I mean, it may be worth something at some point. Who knows?
It's probably worth like $30. I paid for
his family may give you $50 for
it. I got it for like 12.
Nice.
I mean, the picture's him knocking Mike out. So
nice. Yeah, no, I feel you. That's why I wish I would have went back and done on my research on the fighters and stuff. Like, I just didn't even think about it. I just did major leagues, like MLB, NFL.
Yeah, he
NBA.
beats the shit out of Mike, knocks him out in like the 10th or 11th round. Very next fight, Evander Holyfield fucks him up.
Okay.
Loses all his titles.
Well,
yeah, and then we never hear from him again.
Have never heard from him again. That's true. That's fair.
But his name is synonymous with upset, though.
And Buster Douglas is a
great name.
Great fighting name. Yeah.
I don't even know his real name now I think about it. James Buster Douglas, I think it is.
James Douglas. Buster's much better.
James Douglas sounds like a founding father.
It does, yeah.
All right, so that was my number 9. My number 8. I got the 2000 Oklahoma Sooners. Name one player from that team.
I'm trying to think.
Outside of OU fans, you can't.
I'm trying to think. 2003 was the one that they dispute about splitting with LSU.
No, that was USC.
USC. Okay.
We beat Oklahoma.
Right. Okay.
Like we beat.
Yeah.
We beat them.
That's what it was.
Nice and fine.
Okay. But no, man, I couldn't name you anybody from the Sooners in 2000.
Nobody can, except OU fans.
Who do you have anybody?
I can pull it up.
Anybody that would be a main one? I'm trying to, because I mean, well, no, there probably ain't nobody left in the NFL, but I mean, we would have for sure through the time, our high school years watching football, you would think you would know some of them. Who'd they beat? Do you remember?
Florida State, I think.
Okay.
With Danny Warfel as quarterback. No, Danny Warfel was Florida.
I can't remember at all.
Oh, who cares? The fuck. Let's see the roster. Quentin Griffin. Okay. He didn't play that game. He was a sophomore. Josh Norman. Not that Josh Norman.
Okay. No, I mean, just name any one that anybody would recognize. Is there none on there?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, hey. So, yeah, trash champion.
Yep. Trash champion. I don't know any of these dudes. I mean, they got common names like Roy Williams, Tim Duncan. He was a kicker.
Shout out Tim. Let's see, which I actually had. Yeah, in my honorable mention, this 2005 Spurs.
See, that's my 10-9-8.
My number 7 spot. I mean, so most of my list is like ones that I specifically personally remember. So my number 7 spot, I got the 2018 Patriots when they beat the Rams 13-3.
Yeah.
The year that we should have been in the Super Bowl again. I mean, it's a I can't help that it just happens to be that way.
I mean, whatever, dude.
It was the lowest scoring Super Bowl of all time. 13-3.
Breeze would have lit that Patriots team up.
But it was absolute trash game, dude. I mean, the most boring Super Bowl.
Not a single highlight from that game.
No.
Nobody can tell me one highlight from that game.
Not even a great defensive play. You know what I'm saying? At least
it's just boring.
At least the 2000s Ravens, you kind of remember.
It was just a bunch of Patriots chewing the clock and Rams going 3-and-out.
Yeah, that's all it was. This whole game.
Yep.
So trash game, trash champion, is what it is. That was my 7. My number 6 spot. Maybe I'm a little jaded by this pick because it happened to be I followed this team for like 8 years, and the 1 year that I transfer my fandom over is the year they won the World Series.
The Washington Nationals.
The 2019 Washington Nationals.
Natitude, baby. That was a fun team though in that playoffs. I was rooting hard.
They weren't.
I loved watching, dude.
They won because of their pitching.
That crowd was electric.
Yeah, but the team was not that good.
Juan Soto was on there.
Okay, all right. Other than pitching, name somebody other than Juan Soto.
I don't know.
Exactly. Because it was a boring team.
Nah. Like that crowd was into it, dude. And pitching, I love watching pitchers just throw heat, though. Okay. That's entertaining to me.
I enjoy a good pitcher's duel as well. But
I mean, I love watching dingers, but
that team went from like worst to first back to worst. They had one good run.
They won that just to spite Bryce.
Hey, and Bryce just hit
they sent the Padres home
to send him into the World Series. They're
eating horse shit in the streets.
They probably are. Probably same guy. If he's alive, he's out there.
Yeah.
Eating it up.
Yep.
So my 6th spot was the 2019 Washington Nationals.
All right, my number 7. I got the 2015 Denver Broncos. That was the year they beat that Carolina Panthers team that went 15-1.
They were 16-0.
No, the 15-1. They lost. I looked it up. They lost to the Falcons second to last game because they rested all their starters.
So they weren't undefeated when they made it?
No, they didn't. What? I could have sworn they were too. But regardless, that Carolina team
was trash.
No, it was a fucking wagon. Like they were blowing everybody out. Then they get to the Super Bowl and shit the bed against a Broncos team that only had 4 Pro Bowlers.
Well, Peyton was done.
It was washed Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Von Miller wrecked that game.
Yeah, that was the Von Miller game.
Yeah.
And Cam Newton just was in his own head. Nothing could get done.
Another Super Bowl that I watched from a hot tub through a window in a ski resort.
Oh,
brag,
why don't you?
Well, I mean, it's good times.
That team, that Denver Broncos team should have fucking got blown out that game. But for some reason, Cam Newton came.
That Carolina team was falling off hard toward the end of the year.
No, they weren't.
Very reminiscent of the 2007 Patriots, where they were on a roll, but injuries just fell apart. Dang it!
What can you do?
They'll shake back.
Yeah, we always do.
So that was your 7.
I'll take 81-1.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So that was my number 7. My number 6. I got Matt Serra.
I'll give you that.
Beat GSP off a lucky punch, pounced on him. Fight got stopped a little early for my liking. Then very next fight, GSP fucks him up.
That was what, 2005 or 6?
I think that was 2007.
Okay. Yeah, 2007 sounds right. Yeah. Yeah, because that was when GSP was a dog, bro. He was doing pull-ups with like 200-pound weights hanging from him.
Yeah.
Dude was a
see.
freak. It's either 2007 or 8 now that you say that.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause,
2007, yeah. Okay.
that was when
Well,
Matt Hughes and Matt Serra were
'cause he
giving
was all-
GSP fits.
Yes. It was right after the Ultimate Fighter season where they had all the old fighters come back, compete for like the comeback. He beat Chris Lytle in the finals, and then he was granted a #1 contender spot because that was when the welterweight division was kind of shallow before it became like a murderer's row.
Yeah.
So Dana gave him the shot, thinking GSP was just going to just feast on him. Gets off that lucky punch, and that was it.
Yeah, but later on, they had a rematch, and GSP.
Yeah, the very, very next fight, GSP beat the dog shit out of him.
Yeah, because GSP only had, what, 2 or 3 losses?
Yeah, he lost to Matt Hughes.
Right.
And
It might have lost to Matt Hughes twice.
No, I think he only lost to Matt Hughes once. Who else did he lose to? He only has 2 losses. Sarah and Matt Hughes, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, GSP was my guy back in the day.
He still is my guy. I love, like, he's my GOAT.
Yeah.
There's hardly any chinks in his armor.
Yeah.
We've seen him dominate. We've seen him come back from adversity. We've seen him
Right.
do it all. Everything you ask for a champion. Every championship quality he possessed in a fight.
And never a bad word about him.
Never he was never dirty. Never
Yeah.
got popped for steroids.
Yeah.
He took how
No
many years
controversy.
off? He took like 4 years off, came back, won the title again, but this time the middleweight championship.
Yeah.
Off of Michael Bisping, shout out. And dude's just the GOAT.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
I agree. That was your 7-6.
7-6.
All right, so my number 5 spot. I got a twofer.
Okay.
Think back-to-back years. Who would you pick?
Back-to-back years?
Yeah, same team. Easy. This one's easy.
What sport?
NBA.
Back-to-back years.
Yeah.
Lakers?
Now, 94-95 Rockets.
Oh, yeah, the Hakeem Rockets.
Yeah. That whole, I mean,
That was a weird time for the NBA.
it really was. You
It
know,
was like in a transitional period.
Mike had retired, and like those years are kind of just forgotten. Like everybody knows about the 6 championships for the Bulls. You forget that in the middle is 2 years that the Rockets won it.
Yeah.
And like, kind of like, who cares, you know?
That is the biggest who cares championship of all time.
Exactly. It's like, well, it's like, yeah, well, y'all are missing the best player in the league. So who cares?
yeah. And there was like no stars that year.
Yeah.
None.
And still, it was again, both years was against the Bulls.
Even their championship game was overshadowed by the OJ chase.
But I mean, like, and I mean, shout out Pippen got the Bulls back there both years without Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they never point out the fact that Mike never got there without Pippen, but that's
yeah.
that has nothing to do with
I
it.
point it out every chance I get.
So, but yeah, it's still the biggest who cares because the best player in the league wasn't playing. So
Yeah.
it's like the most forgotten about.
Yes.
Um,
That's a good pick. I didn't think of that.
so that was my 5 spot. My number 4 spot. Okay, now I say the most forgettable. Like you kind of remember those in relation to the other Bulls championships. What I think is gonna go down as the most forgettable in general, possibly NBA championship or champion. It's funny when it's so recent and you still can't even hardly remember. You're gonna know the answer. It was because it's so recent. Who won the 2019 NBA championship?
Oh, the Toronto Raptors.
Yes, terrible team.
I wouldn't say they were terrible.
I mean,
They had Kawhi. Kawhi was the best player in the league that year.
Kawhi when he played, yeah, sure, he was.
And Fred VanVleet, he came. That was his emergence.
So what's he did?
And
since?
DeMar DeRozan,
What has Van Vliet done since?
he's the fucking one of the best players on that team now. But then again, that's
The
true.
team is trash.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah. DeRozan is fine, sure. And don't get me wrong, Kawhi's a dog. But I'm just saying, like, for all the talent in the league at the time, for that team to be the one that won the whole thing.
And if Clay would never gotten hurt, they wouldn't have won it.
Right. So that team it was short. They were absolutely not a victim, but I mean, you know, they took advantage of a situation where, hey, They beat a better team that was missing one of their best players.
Okay.
So, that team just seems like a super. I mean, I love Kawhi. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, not ever since he went to the Clippers still haven't won anything.
Well, he was hurt last year.
He's been hurt not 80% of his
I
career.
know. I don't like Kawhi. I don't like that dude.
But anyway,
I mean, he's great, elite player.
he's an alien, also.
Yeah, you ever heard his laugh?
But yeah, so the 2000. I mean, that's my 4 spot. The 2019 Raptors.
All right, my 5 spot. I got the 2007 San Antonio Spurs.
Okay, that was when they beat the Heat.
No, they beat
the
Cavs.
Cavs.
That was back when LeBron James. LeBron James was 22 years old.
Okay, wait. Well, I can't give it away. We're gonna do the best teams that ever made it to a champ. I mean, worst teams that
was
made
probably
it to
the worst team
ever. I mean, by a mile.
That was just 22-year-old LeBron
with nobody.
He took over the entire Eastern Conference playoffs.
But didn't they lose 4-0 or 3-1?
I think it was 4. I think they got swept.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was just trash. The NBA was trash for a while there.
I don't. Yeah. That was back when Kobe he didn't give a shit. He was wanting out of LA. The big three didn't get built yet.
Wait, but they had the big, that was Ginobili, Parker, and Duncan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, that team was good.
But they weren't elite.
Okay. They were always boring.
Yeah.
The San Antonio Spurs,
like, I respect,
have always been boring.
Yeah. And now they're like the worst team in the NBA right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is Pop still there? No.
Yeah, he's still there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Huh?
Number 4, the worst fighter to ever win a title across both combat sports. Who do you think I'm talking about? Got the title off of them, was getting their ass beat the entire fight, pulled off a last-second choke, then the very next fight got fucked up. This is more of a fluke than Matt Serra. It was pretty recent.
I don't know, dude.
Miesha Tate.
Oh. Okay.
She fought Holly Holm after Holly Holm fucked up Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
And then she fought Miesha, but she was beating the dog shit out of Miesha Tate. And then Miesha Tate, somehow they got in a scramble and Miesha got Holly's back, choked her unconscious. Then the very next fight, she got Amanda Nunes. And then Amanda Nunes went through her like a buzzsaw.
Did she just beat her face to bits?
Just beat her senseless, beat her stupid.
Okay.
Retired her.
No, well, that's one way to go out.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my number 4. Love Miesha Tate. Beautiful woman. But worst champion.
Worst champ. Okay.
In combat sports history.
Okay.
I was about to say something. Never mind.
Hold
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so my number 3 spot. I don't know if you're gonna have this one on your list or not. I got the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh yeah, that was back when
they came back from 3-1.
Again, that was just LeBron just taking over a series.
No,
being an alien.
There's never been a series that seemed more rigged.
Bullshit. No, bullshit. That was not rigged.
I'm not saying it was rigged. I'm just saying
that was the Warriors getting their comeuppance.
That was the Warriors.
Draymond was
suspended Draymond
for dick kicking.
Yeah.
He deserved it. Did he not?
Yeah, sure. He did.
So you can't say that's rigged.
No. I'm. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's rigged. It just seemed like, okay, so it was LeBron and who other than Delly?
No, I was fixing to say
exactly.
Delly. But that was just LeBron taking over.
Dude, that was a trash team.
That was probably the best championship performance in sports history. That series when he was down 3-1.
Talking about Delly? I remember Delly more than LeBron. I mean, sure, LeBron was tearing it up.
That coast-to-coast block
yeah,
sealed it as the best championship performance.
Like, that wasn't even in the final game.
So that was when he did that block. I was like, "Oh my god!"
They still had to win another game after
Cavs are winning this ship.
That was game 6.
I know it was. He took over that whole series.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you, but that team was trash.
It was hot garbage.
I mean, how they won it, and coming back from 3-1 is like,
But again, best championship performance ever.
as you were watching it, it just seemed like there was never been a series where it was like this team just feels like they're destined to win. Like they don't look like they should
Team
win.
of destiny.
They don't look like they should win, but it just seems like somehow this team's going to win.
J.R. Smith was also on the team.
Yeah, shirt off, pouring Henny all over himself.
Did absolutely nothing. He was more of a hindrance than a
Exactly.
I love JR. JR is one of my favorite players ever. Just because he was such a clown.
Idiot, yeah.
Biggest goofball probably in sports history.
Did we do top 10 clowns in sports history?
Yeah.
Did we not have him?
I think you put him.
I might have.
I love JR.
Dude.
You know, he's on a golf scholarship now. Something.
In college.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, respect, I guess.
I love J.R. Smith. Like, he is a gem. He is a total gem.
It was a professional NBA player and then is in college playing golf now. That's a wild turn of events.
I mean, shit. What's stopping LeBron getting a football scholarly now?
Exactly. What is?
Nothing.
He has eligibility.
Yeah. He never went to college.
Yeah, exactly.
Technically,
He's got 4 years.
He got 4 years. He can't go then. He could probably go play college basketball if he really wanted to.
No, because he had an agent, right?
He could fire that agent.
Yeah, but I'm saying once you get an agent, I don't think you can go back. But that's not football, though.
Nuh-uh. You never had a football agent.
I think that's how that works. But yeah, so 2016 Cavs is my number 3 spot, dude. Just because that team was trash, somehow they won it.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Number 3 for our international listeners. Got to put soccer on here. I got the 2015-2016 Leicester City winning the Premier League.
I don't even know who that is.
Probably if you would have bet $1,000 on them winning the Premier League that year, you'd be a millionaire. That's how great their odds were. They were supposed to be toward the lower of the league, get relegated, go back to the championship league. And
Dude, how soccer works in general to me is wild.
I love it. I wish we had a relegation system for like NBA.
Yeah, me too.
Send them down to the G League if they tank. Get like the bottom 2 teams.
Yeah, that would make watching very interesting.
Yeah. Just see like a Birmingham Lightning get promoted.
Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden, some random G League team. Yeah.
That'd be great.
That would be awesome.
That would be. So yeah, that would be the equivalent of Leicester City winning the Premier League. That'd be like a G League team coming up to the NBA and winning the finals.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got them at number 3.
All right. My number 2 spot. Let me pull this up. I feel like I had this. I got the 2011. Wait, are you plugging in right now?
I'm plugging in.
So my number 2 spot. I have the 2011 New York Giants.
Where is it?
We got one? Okay. 2011 New York Giants.
Trash fucking team.
They were 9-7.
9-7 with Eli Manning as a quarterback. That team should not have even been in the playoffs. Shouldn't have won a playoff game. Shouldn't have won 2 playoff games or 3 playoff games. But no, this dopey crayon eating window licking motherfucker wins the Super Bowl.
So that was okay. Yes, I remember. Let's see that. Yeah. That was the year that. Oh, dude, I'm trying to think. Yeah. All right. So they won the wild card 24-2 against the Falcons, and they beat the Packers.
That's typical fucking Falcons for you.
They beat the Packers 37-20. Then they beat the 49ers 20-17 in OT. And then they beat the Patriots 21-17. Like it was all. I'm trying to think. I get the years mixed up. I feel like that was the year the Patriots. So the undefeated season for the Patriots was 2007.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You want to go ahead and say our number 1?
I mean, hit it again. 2007 New York Giants.
Yeah. We're gonna just talk about both these. God,
dude, that's hilarious. I thought for sure you were gonna just double them up into one pick. No. We both put them as our 2 and our 1
because they deserve to be mentioned separately. But we're gonna talk about them at the same time. I'm getting myself worked up just talking about like it. Just I love a good underdog. I love a good Cinderella story, but this wasn't it.
Not the New York Giants.
No, not a New York team for one. Not Eli Manning, number two. It's just, it just pissed me off.
I mean,
that was the two times I've ever rooted for the Patriots and as favorites.
right, exactly.
I mean, come on.
And now the 2007 year, that like the Patriots limped. I mean, sure, they were undefeated, but they limped to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, everything hurts.
And that was the helmet catch and the sideline toe tapper.
Yep.
Like every single little thing had to go their way, and it did.
It still makes my ass itch.
It's annoying. Like nothing annoys me more, and it has nothing to do with me.
No,
I don't know.
Like I had no dog in the fight.
Me neither. But every time they talk about Eli Manning being a Hall of Fame quarterback, it's like, I mean,
No, he's not.
on.
If he makes the Hall of Fame, I mean, I just give him a Hall. I
It's
mean,
just-
I don't like the Hall of Fame in general.
It's discredited at that point. I mean, sure, he won 2 Super Bowls, but his everything. I mean, 1 million interceptions, just trash stats.
His claim to fame is beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
That's it.
That's all you could say.
And I mean, sure, he did. He did.
No easy feat,
But
granted.
every
But
single thing went their way. It's still.
like, I just want to just like smash something. Just thinking about it.
I know.
Like, again, that's one of the few times in my sports life that I wanted the favorite juggernaut team that everybody's tired of to win, just because I hate the New York teams for one.
and 2.
Two, it's Eli
Okay, but 3. Why did you want the Patriots to go undefeated that year?
to fuck up the 72
Dolphins, so they could shut every year, pop your champagne, sure, whatever. You went undefeated.
This is why we need the Eagles to go undefeated this year. It ain't gonna happen with them going to 18 games now. It just ain't happening.
Wait, no, it's 17 games.
17 games, 18 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
Well, and because nobody cares toward the end anymore. If you got that big of a lead, you rest your players.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's still cracking me up that we had both the same team, different years, and the exact same spots.
But the helmet catch team was by far the worst.
They were trash, dude.
They had a better
I
record.
think they were 10 and 6. Okay.
10 and 6, but still,
Yeah.
When you got a horseshoe up your ass that whole fucking game, and you win. I mean,
and don't get me wrong, had the Cincinnati Bengals won it last year, they might have been in the top 10 of worst teams that won it all.
correct.
I mean, sure, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, dogs,
You saw Joe Burrow today. Put that,
just wrecking
dude.
shop. Yeah.
and guess who played against him?
The Titans.
No, me.
Oh,
I played against the guy who has both Burrow and Jamar Chase.
wait, who did they play today? I forget.
The Browns? No, not the Browns. They played against the Falcons.
Yeah.
Again, Falcons shit.
Yeah. That's what they do. But anyway, so nice 2-1 there, dog.
was a
We've
good
never done that before.
Never.
We've never had golden
As
buzzers
soon as you
on 2
said
and 1.
as soon as you said 2011 New York Giants, I was like, we're hitting this back to back.
Obviously, yeah.
Wait, we did with Tiger and Ken.
No, we had 2 of the 3 in the top 3. I don't think there was number 2s and number
No,
1s.
I really do think we hit.
Okay, we might have.
Yeah, I think we had.
Most likable players.
Yeah,
Anyway, all right, rundown.
man, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to because I don't want to mention them ever again after this. But let's just go ahead and get the rundowns.
My number 10 spot.
Because after this, we will never mention these teams on this podcast ever again.
The 2
Because
the 2
New
and the
York-
1. Yeah.
never again, ever.
My number 10, the 2005 Pittsburgh Steelers. My number 9, the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. 8, 2016 Philadelphia Eagles. 7, 2018 Patriots. 6, 2019 Washington Nationals. 5, the 94 and 95 Houston Rockets. 4, 2019 Toronto Raptors. 3, 2016 Cavs. 2, 2011 Giants. 1, 07 Giants.
All right, number 10, 2013 Florida State. 9, Buster Douglas. 8, 2000 Oklahoma. 7, 2015 Denver Broncos. Number 6, Matt Serra. Number 5, 2007 San Antonio Spurs. Number 4, Misha Tate. Number 3, the 2015-2016 Leicester City in the Premier League. Number 2, the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, New York Giants. All right, and that's it.
Okay. We have not discussed next week, but I saw in the queue, we have a lot that we can go.
Oh, we got a ton.
I got a couple that I want to do. Oh man, what was it? I can't remember off the top of my head. My brain is tapped out at this point, dude.
Stop thinking.
Anyway,
Save
thanks
that
for hanging
brain-
in there with
Save
us.
the brain power.
I feel like I kept the energy up just enough to make it through those eps. And we will see y'all Monday.
Monday.
Till then, peace out.
Peace.